Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for the monthly card readings for each sign. If you enjoy these free readings, you can show your support by donating or purchasing some of my many wares. If you can't afford to purchase anything, you can still show your support by subscribing, thumbs-upping, sharing, or take a second to click on one of the ads. Thank you in advance for your continued support, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Now on to the reading. Hello Sag, thanks for joining me for the May of 2016 Tarot with Animal Totem cards. We're going to be using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which is my own creation. And then for the Animal Totem cards, we'll be using the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which is also my own creation. I'm doing you first this time. I'm kind of skipping around a little bit here. So I'm not sure, I have like a new setup and I'm not quite sure. I'll put this stuff over here. How about that? Alright, so let's start out with the tarot cards. That one wants to stay, but I'm not going to let it. Alright, I'm going to shuffle up the tarot cards for you. I'm thinking about shortening the spread a little because these. Oh, before I start, here's what I want everybody to do. Close your eyes and pick a color in your mind. And just hold on to that color and remember that color. We're going to try something new with these cards. Also, people who said they had a little hard time finding me, I'm going to be using these thumbnails with my cartoon face on it from now on. So that way there's no confusion. You know it's me, and I'll be using those every month from now on, or at least for the time being. We'll give it a try and see how it goes. YouTube recommends you do it. I've just been not lazy about getting to it. But let's get into your reading here. What is going on for Sag in the month of May for 2016? This one, look how that one's just sitting there sideways. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I think I want to do 3. That feels right. Okay. What's going on for Sag in May of 2016? Sagittarius, May 2016. Sagittarius, May 2016. Sagittarius, May 2006. I almost want to stop here, but I'm going to do one more row. I'll hit this one. Oh, it went back in. I got 2 there. Okay, last card for Sag. Well, you certainly have a lot of people showing up here. I want you to look at these cards too, because you can freeze frame the video. Because, as I said before, if this is the first time you're watching with the new deck, I think I have to move this candle out of the way a little bit up here. And then we have more room to get the cards in frame. You guys, I said you guys are my first read for today. But you got me nice and fresh. That could be a good thing. You may have to put up with a little bit of fussing getting things set up, but you get me fresh. Okay. All right. If this is the first time you're watching with the new deck here, look at these words. Any of these words stand out to you? And if it looks like it says something else, like for instance this says dynamo, if it looks like it says something else, let it say something else. This is your subconscious mind speaking to you. And the other thing, before we get into the reading, whatever color you picked, I want you to zoom in on that color in the cards here and look at the words that are around those cards, okay? I think that's going to be really helpful. It was actually a comment in the last month's video. Somebody said, yeah, certain colors were standing out to me, so I said, yeah, I'm going to do this. So the color that you picked before we started the reading, look for it in the cards here, and then look and see what that word even seems to be saying. It doesn't have to be what it actually says. Don't overthink it. Just kind of let it flow at you and let it happen. Okay, now onto the reading here. I would say this is probably you. I'm going to hold it up. You can freeze it if you want. Knight of Rods, that's probably you. That's a fire sign person. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Knight of Rods is things are happening fast. It's excitement. You notice that it shows up right next to the Moon card. I'll hold that up too in case you want to check out the words closer. Freeze frame it if you have to. there is a full moon in your sign this month. So this could be very a key time because the fire sign moon. And we are having this full moon in Sagittarius on the 21st of May. So this could be a good day. It's going to be a good day for you anyway. I mean, it's going to be a day that would be emphasized for you anyway because it's a full moon in your sign. Full moons bring things to fruition. Full moons shine a light on things. It's always like it's a cycle. It's a completion of a cycle, usually, a full moon is. I can't help but notice, look how he's charging right over to this guy. You got a lot of people here. You got 2 kings and the knight, and then the page, but it looks like it's more, news stuff. But anyways, look how he's running, like they seem to be working together or merging together. And it's this King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is probably an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. King of Pentacles, and when I do these general readings, I always say that they could be anybody. It doesn't have to be male, female. But one thing about the king is that they are a king. They're not a page or a knight. They've achieved some level of mastery. They kind of know what they're doing. And look at how he lines, I'm going to refer to it as he, but it could be a woman. Look how he lines up with the emperor, too. So I kind of get the feeling like he or she is the emperor, or he or she has an in with the emperor. They've got a connection, like they know the emperor, or they can get you in touch with the emperor. And when I hold up those cards, any of those words that pop out to you, again, if it looks like the word it is, or it looks like another word, or a certain letter pops out to you, make note of that, because this is the way this reading can be really personalized to you. Let the cards kind of talk to you. And there does say that all the young dudes carry the news, and we do have the Page of Pentacles, so there is news coming. Usually, the Knight of Pentacles does refer to news about money, because it's a pentacle card, of course. But it could be also news and earth sign, and we are going to be in earth for most of the month. We're going to be in the sign of Taurus, which is an earth sign, for until the 20th, when we move into Gemini. Oops, my bracelet came unhooked there. Hold on a second. So it can just be talking about the time frames that we're dealing with, and we will be dealing with these time frames in May. And then we move from Taurus into Gemini, which is an air sign. So it could be, again, this King of Swords that shows here. He could be, somebody who is just representing the time of air, the time of Gemini after the 20th. But also, this could be another person. Look how this guy is holding that. He's turning towards him. Doesn't this all seem to follow? He turns to him, the emperor, and it kind of just, to me, it wants to go in this direction, And so that would go also with the precession of astrology. We go from Aries to Taurus to Gemini, fire, earth, air. But I feel like in most cases this is going to be you. So I feel like, again, how I said before, either this person is the emperor, male or female, and same with this King of Swords, or he knows the emperor. So possibly this guy says, hey, I know this other person who could really be helpful to this thing you're trying to do, and then puts you, then it's almost like it's saying it comes full circle, because I want to go in a circle here too, right? A lot of this could be around that moon too, that 21st. The other thing about the moon is a card of, as it says, dreams, emotions. It's your subconscious, it's your psychic stuff. And it's being right next to you, it's like telling you to follow your intuition, follow your psychic. If you have an inkling, if you have an idea or a dream, latch onto that, act on that, be action oriented towards it. Also, because this is a knight and the kings are here, so that means maybe these guys know more than you do. Maybe you're kind of a novice or a newbie at this thing, and they're more established, and they know they can show you the ropes, kind of thing. And then secondly, this could also be referring to you at an earlier time in your life. This could be some kind of dream or something that you had at an earlier time in your life when you were much younger and more, fresh and young and whatever, or maybe you think you are, I'm not saying you're not fresh anymore, but you may think that, you may think, oh, I was so young and it's something. There's a weird connection to that too, for some people. I just kind of skipped over the top row because this just really pulled me in. This seems to be the emphasis, and you're right in the middle of it all. You know, so this is about you. But there's some other good stuff here too. Here again, it's talking about the money. The Seven of Pentacles is this talking about the money. You know, this. Well, this one I always say, look at his face. What does his face seem like to you? Does he seem worried? Does he seem? I'm trying to block out because this thing wants to focus on faces. It wants to focus on the book faces. But take a look at him. Just don't overthink it. Does he seem like he looks worried? Does he seem like he looks proud? Has he accomplished a hard day's work and he's proud of where he's done? Or is he like worried, like, oh, I still don't have enough money? Or, you know, there's a lot of different ways to interpret that card, and I just always go by what it looks like. But it's just an indication that there's going to be some action happening with career and money this month. But I did want to focus a minute over here because the Three of Cups is in the spread. And that is a card of socializing and stuff too. When I look at this, I almost want to say, don't worry about the money. Just go out and live your life, see friends, do fun things, and just wait for the developments to occur. Because it seems like also with Moon behind you, it feels like there could be things happening behind the scenes that are in the works, you know. And when the time is right, you'll be ready to action. Because this card as well, the Nine of Swords in reverse. And look at it in reverse. Look at those letters in reverse. Does that look like anything to you? Does it stand out? You know, let it happen. Let it roll over you. You know, this is an upright, you know, it's a card of stress and worry and everything. So to me, this front row is almost saying, like, stop stressing about your money stuff. Go out and have some fun and have a good time. You know, release stress. Focus on joy and positive things. You know, this card, too, kind of reminds me of that, the May Day thing. Is that May 1st is May Day? Where they dance around the maypole? It kind of reminds me of that, too, when I just looked at it just now. Yeah, so it's like, don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. You know, go out, have a little fun. Also, because this card is, you know, here, number one, it could be that you could connect with some of these people that are going to help your career or otherwise through social situations, you know. That could be. Secondly, when you stop worrying, you get in the mode of fun and play and joy, you can open up for this psychic, you know, moon dream stuff to kind of roll in, you know, and so things could come through, you know. So there's a lot to be said for going out and having some fun and having a good time. Okay, I'm going to get on your spread here. I'm going to do your animal totem. Just stay tuned for a minute. I'm going to tell you quickly about these books I have out, and I'll be right back with your animal totem. Hey everyone, before we get to the animal totem, I want to make a few quick announcements. If you're learning how to read tarot from watching these videos, you can pick up my book, Tarot in the Modern World. It's very inexpensive and easy to understand. It's available on Amazon. You can find the link above and below and up in the eye. This deck, Tarot in the Modern World, is available from the Game Crafter as well as the Animal Totem. I started doing these coloring books, these adult coloring books. I have the Animal Totem coloring book, which has all sorts of places for notes, and it even has the definitions from the Animal Totem deck in there, and you can make notes of your own and journal. I did an astrology one, which is chock full of information, additional information, the signs, and it has the constellation and all the symbols in it, and you can learn a little astrology while having some fun coloring. It also has a notes section in the back as well, a couple pages of notes. And then probably my favorite is the rock art coloring book. It's affirmations that are said over and over again, which help you to program your subconscious mind. And as you're coloring, there's a place right on the same page to put some notes. And there's lots of cool ones, and it's a pretty detailed coloring book. And then there's also, as we get to all the way to the back, there is a just words. This last one's really detailed. You know, some of them are pretty detailed. And it's, I am beautiful, etc., etc. I allow love into my life, etc., etc. I invite integrity, etc., etc. I believe in myself, etc., etc. And then after that, there's some pages for you to continue on your own. Like, use this as a jumping off point. I am, fill in your own words. I allow. I invite. I believe. And then there's just blank pages to write anything. And you can just doodle in there, or you can write sentences out. But actually writing stuff out really does help manifest and things and bring about change in your life. Also wanted to announce that the soul readings are back. You can find that on the Eye in the Sky. This is a deep reading. This is I look at your chart. It's a psychic reading of your chart. It has a lot to do with past lives and what you're doing here on Earth and why you're here. It's pretty deep. It's not superficial at all. So if those of you that want to take it to the next level and are looking for something a little deeper, it's a private video that I'll shoot while I write on the tablet on your chart, and then I send you the video. It's good forever, and I send you the JPEG of everything that I wrote. So check some of that stuff out, and without further ado, back to the animal totem reading for May of 2016. Peacock. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's put it up, and you can freeze frame it and really take a look at it. And I recommend you do on all these cards. What stands out to you, let it speak to you. I'm going to go ahead and read what I initially wrote in the description. Flamboyant, elegant, proud, sacred. Death, resurrection. Immortality. The phoenix rises. Adding color to your personal style. The spotlight is on you. Strut your stuff. Yeah, you're going to be strutting your stuff. And these guys or gals, let's put the gal thing. I'm trying so hard not to say that because for some reason I just hate that word. And lately I've been saying it a lot. I think it must be one of my spirit guides messing with me. But anyway, stop messing with me, spirit guides. These people here, I mean, you will have a chance to strut your stuff. I thought it was interesting about the color, because I said in the beginning, pick the color. And tell me, you guys, if anything happened, please leave it in the comments. If you picked the color and some word showed up that meant something to you, I want to see if this is working, how that's working out. So I'm interested to hear about it. Yeah, all of it. If you saw a word change, if you see a peacock, I'm always interested to hear any kind of confirmation. I love to hear that stuff. But anyways, the phoenix rising from the ashes, yeah. So that's this stuff. You do have Saturn in your sign. I've mentioned it from time to time here. And Saturn is it's a time of change when Saturn goes through your sign. It's only once every 27 years. Some of you, maybe you've never experienced it. If you're less than 27 years old, you've never experienced Saturn in your sign in your lifetime. Or 28, and those of you who are older, think back, to these, look for these cycles too, because that's another big thing about this. But it is about resurrection and change. All Sagittarius are going to be going through changes over these few years. We're kind of just in, we got another year or so left. I don't know for sure. It's about a 3-year stay, I believe, that Saturn stays in a sign. So, but when it does, it's really going to, or maybe it's a 1.5 years. I don't know, but you got a little while. You're in it. You're in it right now. I don't have my ephemeris handy. Oh, see, time's up. Dryer says time up. But anyways, Sag, so here it is. Looking really good. Looking like a lot of opportunities coming for you guys. But you have to free up your mind and free up your energy to allow all this stuff. And it may not even show up till the 21st. So no sense sitting the first couple weeks just worry. Go out and have fun. Open up your energy. Clear out all the cobwebs. And be open to opportunities and ready to act quickly when these things show up. But it looks like some big changes for the good during Taurus and leading into Gemini time. Okay, Taurus is... What am I saying, Taurus? You're Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, have a great May. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, everything you do to help the channel. Check out the Eye in the Sky up here for all the info on how to find stuff. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Facebook and all the links are also below. Have a great May. Remember, you're love and beauty incarnate. I'll talk to you soon.